Yeah, speaking of Death Note, I remember when I was watching that, I was like, oh, this is a virtuous main character. And as you go on, you're like, oh,
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
he got totally corrupted very
Not
quickly.
at all.
Yeah, keep us posted on Code Geass too.
Yeah.
Just
keep watching.
no
them.
additional context there.
No context needed.
Coming to you from Crunchyroll HQ, this is The Anime Effect. Each week we bring you interviews with amazing people from across the world of anime, from directors to actors, artists, and more, to discuss their work and their anime favorites. It's pop culture with an anime lens. I'm your host, Nick Friedman.
Oh, you're getting sing-song.
Do you like
day.
that?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's your boy, LeAlec Murray.
And it's me, Alex Lebel.
And the three of us, and a very special guest,
It's really Oops All Boys today.
are going to see just how powerful the effect of anime
really is.
There's a spiel written down here, but I was looking at the background of our guest and marveling at all of his guitars, and I just realized that we're interviewing Matt Heafy from Trivium today. That's insane.
I'm so excited. I've been bragging to all my friends about this. They're all super stoked that I'm talking to you guys. So
Hell yeah.
If you don't know, he's guitarist, lead vocalist for the band Trivium. He is also the mastermind behind one of my favorite and most underrated projects, Ibaraki. It's Matt Heafy. He's here. He's right there. I can see him right now. Matt, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. I'm so excited to be here. This is awesome. Yeah, so you can see some of the guitars here. There's a bunch of Japanese instruments over there.
Oh, yeah.
My comic collection, magic cards, Pokemon cards over there, graphic novels, more Japanese instruments. I got to give you the tour one day. And as we joked, when I first called you up, I had the crazy reverb on because this is my Twitch setup that I'm calling you all from. And one of you said, it sounds like an airplane hangar. I was like, well, it just so happens we were just at our airplane hangar working on new music and rehearsing for our upcoming tour because we own an airplane hangar and it's pretty sick. We stream from there. We game in there, recording studio in there, the works. So yes, fun stuff.
So what it sounds like is that not only should we tour and use the airplane hangar, but also tour what your collection looks like. All right.
Yes, you must.
All right. I'm game. We'll send out the Smash Brothers invites.
I'm just really loving how emotional Alex is right now.
Right.
There's a level of like warmth and energy that's coming off of him that's just really palpable. So
yeah,
I'm so excited. I'm so excited you like the Ibaraki record too. That means a lot to me.
All right, Matt. We're gonna get right into it. Like we do with every guest that we have on the show, we have to know, what was your gateway anime?
Okay, my story is really interesting because I'm half Japanese. I was born in Japan. I was born in Iwakuni, Japan. My mom's from Hiroshima.
Oh.
So when she first immigrated back to the States, because my dad was a Marine, so he was deployed for a lot of the time, she just raised me the way she knew to raise a Japanese kid. That was Nintendo, animated movies, video games, a lot of rice, a lot of fish. And that's how I grew up. And that's how it was for me. I remember going to kindergarten. Kids were like, hey, Matt, what'd you have for breakfast today? I was like, white rice and salmon, just like the rest of you. They're like, wait, what? They're like, we had cereal. I was like, what? And so I started finding out I grew up differently. I mean, I beat Mario 1 when I was 4. And to think, because I've got twins now, one of my sons' name is Akira, after the movie and the director, of course.
Oh, man.
And then Mia is my daughter, but not spelled the Japanese way. I wanted to, but we were figuring people pronounce it wrong. So I was just raised the typical Japanese way, watching all the Ghibli stuff, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, all that stuff. Grew up through that. I started falling heavily into love with anime. First, the Ghibli stuff, the anime series like Guyver, Bio Booster. That was one of my favorites ever.
Second Guyver.
There's a second Guyver mentioned on the show.
Yeah. That I actually fell out of anime for a long time. And our guitar tech, his name's Justin. He's the one that got me back into it. Because he's like, so Matt, Japanese, you should be in anime, right? I was like, I fell off years and years ago. I was like, I haven't been sure what to watch. And he's like, I've got a series for you. It's called Attack on Titan. I was like, okay, I think I've heard of that before. From there, I have been massively hooked, and Crunchyroll is basically all I'm ever on tour now. Like when we're not playing shows and I'm not doing jiu-jitsu, I'm watching anime, and it's been amazing. Because before that, I think I had an addiction to work. So like when it wasn't showtime or wasn't workout time, I was streaming games, like I love Twitch so much. I love streaming on Twitch, but I was just nonstop. I was like, all right, I'm going to fill every single minute with productivity. I'm going to be writing all the time, or being constructive, or trying to do all these things. And I started just burning myself out. And when my guitar tech got me into anime and he started making me lists, like he's got an awesome list for me, where to go from here, it allowed me to just enjoy. And then on days off, as soon as I get in a hotel, I bust out my portable speakers and I usually have all the OPs playing.
Hell yeah.
This time it's been all the Full Metal stuff because I finally just finished Full Metal.
Yes.
My kids know the words to all the Demon Slayer OPs. They know the words to Full Metal OPs. They were listening to Rumbling as I dropped them off at camp. They're 6.5 and they're super into it, but they're always asking me, "Hey Dad, when can we watch Chainsaw Man?" Not till you're 15 probably. When can we watch Attack on Titan? 17 probably. So they're always asking when they can watch something, but I'll let them see stuff like I show them the Zenitsu running away from the spider little head baby thing, and they always reference that. I show them that when they're like 4. So this family's really into it. So I'm kind of a noob, but kind of an OG with anime.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy. I love it. I love being able to experience all this stuff that everyone has been able to love. Like, be able to watch Full Metal for the first time, Full Metal Brotherhood, and just finish that on this last tour. That was a freaking dream come true. I loved it.
I could watch that series again for the first time, man. Because I watch it. Like,
I know some people that could help.
Hell yeah.
Do that for the first time.
I watch it annually just because it's like one of my favorite like animes ever, and like I remember because I love the original Full Metal, and then when Brotherhood came about, I was like, this is for me. This is for me. And it's so
the music is incredible. I've got into video game scoring. I'm working on a Japanese side scroller video game with one of my good friends. He worked on the original Halo. And we're working this game called Kunoichi, and it's about this female ninja warrior assassin. And it's all 2D side scroller with like kind of 3D graphics in the background, but we're making the music for it.
Hell yeah.
And just listening to all these anime soundtracks like Hiroyuki Sawano's stuff from Attack on Titan / Solo Leveling and the Full Metal Alchemist stuff. It's been so inspirational. That's why I started collecting the Japanese instruments. Like behind me, I have taiko drums, koto, multiple shamisen that I all bought from this Japanese dealer. Dude. I've got official, check this out. Samurai swords from a master swordsmith in Japan that rests on like a deer antler. Yeah, dude, I'm full blown.
I actually think maybe you should host this.
Yeah, but it's like you want to.
Hey, I'm up for it.
So I have to ask, and they're gonna hate that I ask this because I'm a huge like tokusatsu guy.
Oh God, here we
go.
But
do you have a favorite Kamen Rider?
Oh man, I actually still have the original Kamen Rider toys that have survived since I was a kid, and my kids play with now.
Oh my God.
Like the belt, the helmet, the little watch. Although I think my son destroyed the watch recently because I found it floating in the bottom of the pool. They've got all my old Power Ranger toys. Turbo Ranger. Turbo Ranger's one before Power Rangers. I don't know what the Japanese name was, and also Gridman. Which was So I've got those toys, and they're like 38 years old, and they're still in good shape,
dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like
that's incredible.
Awesome.
They really don't, man. Yeah. They really don't.
Is that how you describe yourself? 38 years old and still in pretty good shape?
Oh no, my body feels like so. And look at this. So I'm a guitar player. This is bad. See this finger?
No.
That is bad. This knuckle is bad.
Oh,
this is currently this. So I also do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it for about 13 years. And so my body feels like it's 150. It feels horrible. But I'm an otaku. So all the things I get into, I've always considered myself an otaku. What's interesting, you guys already know this term, but what's interesting about that term is it used to be derogatory in Japan. Like, oh, they're an otaku. They're like a super nerd, super dork over something. But now it's become this really favorable term and this complimentary term of someone that really gets into something. So once I get into something, I jump really hard into it. And it's been this really cool thing to be able to have these first time experiences now at like 39 and be able to just explore that.
Yeah, I think I have two next questions. One, can I just come live at your house?
Yes. Hey, you can look after the kids.
Right, babysit the kids,
But my kids actually do BJJ as well. So my kids got into jiu-jitsu, but I started them 2 years ago. And they were doing pretty good when they first started, but I got home from the last tour and they're like full on standing, taking other kids down. So in BJJ, there's like the standard stuff, arm locks, shoulder locks, chokes. And me being the otaku and the extremist of things, I always wanted to find out what the darkest thing was. Like when I got into metal, I was like, okay, cool. Metallica and Slayer, Pantera, that's cool. But what's the next level further? And that's why I discovered like Swedish melodic death metal and black metal. But with jiu-jitsu, I was like, what's the dark side of submissions? And I found out that's leg locks. That's like breaking the MCL and the ACL of the knee through specific things called heel hooks. And my son started doing these things to kids. I'm like, I didn't teach you this. And nor can you do this. And you will get kicked out if you do this. So you got to wait till you're 18 years old to do some of these.
Forbidden arts.
Yeah. So we like to jump. This family likes to go hard into the things that we like.
Incredible.
That's amazing. You actually just touched on my second question is you were getting deeper into the extreme sides of metal and you found black metal and you've made a black metal album, Ibaraki, and you don't hear much Japanese inspired black metal. It's very much like Norwegian church burning kind of stuff. So I'd love to hear about the story of kind of bringing those elements of your background and your heritage into this genre of music that isn't really typically tied to that.
For sure. So for kind of those who are listening, they maybe know metal through something. And so there's metal. The subgenres get more and more extreme. Black metal is a genre that really, it started in other places, but it really became its thing in Norway. And it's drawn and inspired by Norwegian folk, traditional Norwegian paganism, a little bit of thrash, a little bit of classical music, brings all these things together in this amalgamation of something special. I always loved the genre, but I knew being in a band like Trivium, because I was this extreme black metal, death metal kid back when I was like 15, 16. So I would have hated the band I'm in, a band that has singing, a band that has some mainstream success, and a band that people know. So I was like, if I'm going to make a convincing black metal record, I should do it as an alias. I had Ishan from Emperor, that's the most legendary black metal band. He became a pal of mine, produced the record. And I was telling him, I was like, Ishan, I cannot figure out what to write about lyrically. I was like, I wish I could write about Jormungandr and the end of the world for all this Norwegian stuff. And he's like, you're Japanese, tap into that. And it was like this thing just opened up my mind. I was like, oh yeah, I can write about this. I can write about my Japanese side. And I realized that there hadn't been any extreme metal that I knew of that went into the subject matter like a band like Amon Amarthwood, for example, where they talk about all the different Norwegian gods. I was like, let's talk about the different Japanese gods, goddesses, and monsters. So all the tattoos I have, they're all duplicates of the ancient woodblock carving pieces from like the 1700s and 1800s. So there's songs about like the fire god, songs about Yamato no Orochi, who's the 8-headed serpent that's tattooed on my back, battling the storm god Susanoo. And it's all these things that inspired that record. And as I started getting into things like Demon Slayer, I was like, oh wow, that's the same influence right there. All these ancient gods, goddesses, and monsters creating these new stories. Trivium, we've done a little bit of Japanese here and there. There's a song called Kiristegomen. Kiristegomen was a term that samurai would claim if you pissed off a samurai, basically they can cut off your head by law. So Kiristegomen was the sorry, but I have to take your head, which is one of our songs as well.
Oh, God.
So all these things kind of danced together and we're like, I had this other muscle I wanted to flex in myself. And that's why Ibaraki, I wanted to channel that. And I wanted to go into that. And Ibaraki is a city in Japan, but it's also Ibaraki Doji, which is this demon who was terrorizing Rashomon Gate. And Watanabe no Tsuno was the only samurai that was willing to stand up to the demon, chop the demon's arm off. Demon fled. Years later, Watanabe no Tsuno's aunt comes by. She's like, hey, I want to see that demon arm that you got back in the day. He shows the aunt the arm. Aunt picks it up, reattaches it to herself, turns back into Ibaraki Doji, and disappears forever and never seen again in Japanese lore.
Yeah, that is pretty metal, actually.
That's hardcore.
So that's become our Trivium's mascot as well. So our mascot's name is Ibaraki, the demon Oni head. And then my side band is also Ibaraki, which is really cool. And we're writing new material. Normally we keep it very secret and don't tell people what's going on. But we have a 3-song EP that's heavily inspired by Japanese mythology once again. Writing new stuff after that is also heavily inspired by Japan again. So it's cool. I would say we're the perfect band for anyone who likes anime to listen to and go to our shows because it's the same DNA.
It's us just sneaking in to deliver a sneaky little ad break to talk about a tool that we think fellow cinephiles and anime fans alike should check out, and that is NordVPN.
Guys, I've been using NordVPN for a while, and one of the features that I really like is being able to log into all of my services and accounts and everything securely so that I can watch my favorite anime as soon as I get home.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you there. And at the same time, I know my online activity is safe with NordVPN's encryption, threat protection, and dark web alerts that guard against hackers and secure public Wi-Fi, even when I want to access content while abroad.
Dark web.
Hackers beware. You can unwrap this huge discount by NordVPN by heading to nordvpn.com/anime effect. Plus, with our link, you'll get an extra 4 months free on the 2-year plan, and it is risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Check out that link in the description.
I'm wondering from the anime side. So on that album, you had Isan on a track, you had Nurgle on a track, you had Gerard Way on a track. How would you compare those guest spots to like anime characters coming in and like
well, I think the Gerard one is one of the, they're all exciting. Like I love Nergal, I love Ishan, but the Gerard one was so cool. He and I we've always been into black metal. We both understand the point of view of people from that extreme world going, okay, the guy from My Chemical Romance and the guy from Trivium should not be allowed to like black metal or be on a black metal record. And that's what we love so much about it. And when I talked about this with Ishan, who's like one of the founding fathers of black metal, he felt that vibe is black metal, to be rebellious, to be challenging of what people think something should be. And I really respected that so much. I actually talked to Gerard. I was like, hey, if I do Ibaraki 2 and it's all traditional Japanese instruments and all in Japanese, would you guest on it as well? And he said yes. So that's out there now.
We should ask him again when we see him on August 2nd. We're going to the My Chem show here.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to see that show so bad. I was looking at the pictures just a little while ago.
Yeah.
He's such an amazing guy. So what kind of character would he be? He would be the character that, I guess if I were to think of Gerard, I would think of him as a character from Jujutsu Kaisen. Like that's probably the show that I would see him in the most. And it'd be the character you'd least expect to be the most demonic voiced. I think that's the best way to do it. I can really picture him in JJK.
I'm seeing him as Inumaki.
Yeah,
you know,
like he pulls the collar down and then lets out his like first scream.
Yes, absolutely.
Or like Sukuna like comes out of him when he's screaming.
Yeah,
that'd be so good, so good. Oh yeah, but I want to ask you guys: have you guys seen Kobayashi's Dragon Maid?
I saw that. Okay, hold on. I think I'm like the resident. I'm the resident.
It's been activated.
I'm the resident Dragon Maid fan here on the show. Yes. Have seen it. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
No, it's on my list.
Okay.
I love it.
You got to watch everything by Kyoto Animation. But
yeah, I love Kyoto.
Dragon Maid is so cozy, but also has some of the like craziest action scenes you will ever witness in an anime. Yeah, but when I first saw that on this, I was like, Dragon Maid, damn. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to talk about that. So thank you for bringing it up.
Throughout my whole life, I'd always say, I sometimes still when my wife and I are looking for a show, be like, I want to watch a show where the characters just exist and nothing bad ever happens. She's like, that doesn't really exist. And I mentioned that to my guitar tech. He's like, slice of life. I know exactly what the
show is. There's a whole genre
right away. Which makes me also want to talk about Delicious in Dungeon. Because that's what that reminds me of slice of life that also goes into Dungeon.
So dark. It gets so dark.
It gets dark really quick.
So with and the music is so amazing, man. All the music, especially for like Delicious in Dungeon, Chainsaw Man, the OPs from maybe Demon Slayer, but it doesn't go as quirky. I love how weird Japanese pop music and Japanese anime music are. We became good pals with Maximum the Hormone, who did the music of Death Note, which I'm actually wearing my Death Note shirt today.
Hell yeah.
And so when I first heard them, I was like, man, this is like watching Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, metal band, but it's also an anime and a Japanese game show all at once. That's the best way to describe Maximum the Hormone live show. And I've really fallen in love with that. And I think that the music, the OP music in Delicious in Dungeon is some of the weirdest stuff. That like strange jazzy music that at times gets kind of medieval.
Chicken, right?
Yeah, it's Bump of Chicken.
Yeah.
The latter episodes music is really great. In the latter episodes, it gets really dark and it's no longer really.
It takes a turn. Yeah, it takes a turn like really, really hard.
Yes, but Kobayashi is almost like the opposite of Free Ren. Like where Free Ren, like the gigantic battle, you don't see it and it just kind of pivots away for a moment, and then you're at the end of it. This, you're in Slice of Life, and then you see the most epic battle ever for 5 seconds, and they go back to the cooking.
And you can see like the animators just flexing. Like,
what I would say that I've loved, and maybe you'll have some recommendations for me: Attack on Titan, Solo Leveling, Full Metal, Free Ren, Jujutsu, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Steins Gate. Obsessed with it. I did Steins Gate in the recommended order that I saw on Reddit, like watching episodes 1 through 23, stopping, going around, and then 24 is like the last thing you watch, which was really cool.
Interesting.
Death Note, Delicious in Dungeon, and then kind of the more chill stuff that I like that I wouldn't put it like top. I still loved One Punch Man, Dan, Kobayashi, Himoto, Sword Art Online, which I loved, and I thought the movie was incredible. But then when they got to the tree thing, I was like, this is taking a long time. I haven't finished the tree stuff.
Everyone will agree with you.
That took a little long, but that movie was so good. Like the first Sword Art movie.
Yeah, they really went all out with that animation in that movie.
Yeah.
Another banger opening too.
Sword Art.
So good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think it might be the same singer as Demon Slayer. I think it's Lisa.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Sawano is, I think, on par with Hans Zimmer, on par with James Newton Howard. Like Hiroki Sawano is one of the greatest composers I've ever heard in my life.
I think I would agree with that.
I guess so. Here's a recommendation. It's airing right now. It's not technically anime, but To Be Hero X.
Incredible.
Hero X.
This is believe a Chinese animated series.
Chinese animation by Howlin,
yes,
who also created Link Click.
But Sawano, in his other project, it's like, is it NZK? Is this project? He does the OP for that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay,
It's
awesome.
incredible. Incredible.
It's so good. And that animation is like, it's very unique. It's like, it like bounces between like Spider-Verse and Arcane and like a 2D style. So
That's what drew me to want to try solo leveling. That show, like, kind of going off the premise, I was like, okay, I don't know what this is going to be like. And I know I've been seeing some hot takes on the internet. Some people saying it's the greatest thing ever. Some people saying it's the most overhyped thing ever. I loved it. I loved it so much. And it was so fun.
Yeah.
And it was like, I guess kind of a simple idea, but they just managed to just expand it to something so huge.
Yeah.
And I think the execution was better than anything I'd seen.
Yeah, I would agree. That's a show that like, and I talk to people about the show, and it's like sometimes you just want to like watch a show where like the get back is infinite, and like you just watch the MC just beat everybody's ass. Like there's no like you don't want anything else.
And the
so
difference
good.
is like, and we've talked about this on the show a ton, where it's like, it is a scaling power fantasy anime, but like he's a relatable good dude.
Yeah, he
like
is.
he's not like young and whiny and loud like a lot of shonen. That's not me ragging on shonen. Like I know what I'm getting into when I'm watching shonen. But like he's like, he's cool, he's collected, he's
an adult.
He loves his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it for family, and then like when he like achieves his goal, he's like, all right, cool, I can just kind of just do what I want now.
I like that he's always polite too. Like, he always has his manners. I'm like, I feel like I'm always polite too. So I like those kinds of main heroes.
And I'm gonna mention it until I get one, but his hoodie duster.
Yeah.
is like
I
the
love the
coolest
hoodie duster,
outfit.
bro. It's so good.
Man. I'm thinking about other recs. I mean, obviously I mentioned Apothecary Diaries. I think that's right up your alley if you've been enjoying like Friedman and Delicious in Dungeon.
I went to the Bahamas for vacation, and someone just started talking about anime, and they said Seven Deadly Sins was one of their favorites of all time.
Interesting.
Okay. I haven't seen that one. Okay.
So there are people that are like super into Seven Deadly Sins, right? It's a long running shonen series. The setup is really interesting because it's obviously personifying the sins, kind of not in a dissimilar way to like Full Metal did. I have heard some differing opinions on the show as it continues. Like I think a lot of people really love like the first season or two.
Season 1 is pretty darn good.
Yeah. And then it gets kind of, I don't want to use the term convoluted. I think it gets big.
Yeah, it gets really big.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I would definitely say
You
because
say Black Clover?
Definitely.
I hear that one a lot.
Black Clover is incredible, especially if you want like your typical like battle shonen, but it actually has like a really cool power system.
Yep.
Then I would do that one. But then also, man, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Like I'm always
that title has always drawn me in.
It's so good. I mean, it's an isekai, but it like very quickly turns into a fantasy series. So it's something that I think you can like, and it also has like really good slice of life.
I was gonna say
too.
like it has some slice of life. to it.
So it's like it gives you a really good like mix of genres.
That's awesome. That's what I loved. Like I loved everything about Steins Gate, but I love the slice of life moments in between all the chaos.
Yeah.
And that made me feel really good about that show.
I'll always recommend getting into romantic comedy, into rom-coms.
Okay.
He has a whole corner.
He has the whole corner for the show.
There's a whole
rom-com
segment about
corner.
it. There's music. Anyway, Kaguya-sama Love is War, which is basically Death Note if the two main characters were trying to not admit that they've fallen in love with each other, which is also my headcanon for the plot of Death Note. But yeah, it's very good. It has a lot of battle shonen tendencies, but it's just a rom-com with some of the most hilarious and well-written characters out there. So
that's awesome. Yeah, speaking of Death Note, I remember when I was watching that, I was like, oh, this is a virtuous main character. And as you go on, you're like, oh,
nope, not at all. Not at all.
He got totally corrupted very quickly.
At all.
Yeah, keep us posted on Code Geass too.
Yeah.
Just
keep watching.
No additional context there.
No context needed. So you kind of talked about your tattoos before, but do you have any anime inspired tattoos or any like anime custom gear, any guitars, anything like that?
Let's see. Not so. The answer to both is it's the same source material that anime drew from.
Sure.
Would be the best answer.
Yeah.
Like I just finished my chess piece, which I don't recommend anyone do a chess piece. It's terrible.
Yeah, I do not plan on it at any time.
Neckline, it goes all the way down to like past my hip line.
Wow.
But it's Raijin and Fujin, the Japanese thunder god and the Japanese god of wind. And those two are heavily inspiring to anime.
Yeah, sure.
This, I'll show you this.
He's reaching for a guitar.
This is a fun guitar. This is made by Red Layer. This guy makes like a guitar a year. This amazing Dutch guitar builder. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Oh
And
my
so it's got
God.
the Japanese dragon versus the Japanese tiger, who are mortal enemies who cannot destroy each other.
Right.
Which I also have. The right arm is my Japanese dragon. This was a duplicate of Utamaro's Ascending Dragon. And it was interesting because I was researching for a long time before I got a tattoo. Because I was like, I know I want tattoos, but I want to do this right. And we were about to release our album called Ascendancy. And I found this piece called The Ascending Dragon by Utamaro. Utamaro's the guy that did all the geisha paintings. And he rarely ever did anything outside of geisha. And when I saw he did this dragon called The Ascending Dragon, that's what I meant to get. And then I have the magic two-tailed tiger on my leg. I can't really show you my leg. I might fall over. I do a handstand for that. But I've got that on my leg. So everything is the source material of what would have inspired anime.
Damn, man, that's cool.
But when we're on tour, my guitar tech showed me one of the locals at a venue. He had, I can't remember the name of that, like the evil gang in Sword Art Online with the coffin.
The
guy had that tattooed on his leg, like a giant version of the coffin.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I don't know why. The Hatfields came into my head. I'm like, it's clearly not the Hatfield.
That's pretty different, actually.
Totally different.
I can't remember what it is. I'd have to ask him.
So, I mean, even we're talking about shows. Is anime and like Japanese culture, is that something that you use to connect more deeply with your fan base, whether it's at shows, whether it's on your streams, whether it's on your radio show, whether it's just when you're talking to fans that you meet out in
everything?
the public?
It's been really amazing for me in that, I talk about that kindergarten story when we're all talking about what breakfast we had and everyone was grossed out when I said I had white rice and salmon. And I never felt, so like too Asian for the white kids and then too white for the Asian kids. And it didn't really fit in. And same thing with the band. We're always too metal for the hardcore kids, too hardcore for the metal kids. So it never really fit into anything. And I felt like with that and my culture being kind of like, my mom felt weird about like bringing me up learning Japanese. Like I was able to speak a little bit of Japanese with her. And I think that was the sign of the times. That would have been I was born in 86. So the early 90s, it would have been more about assimilating versus like finding your own culture and really showing that off like it is today, which I love that so much. Look, today, everybody's all about wanting to learn everybody's cultures. And that's something I've always pushed with our band, with Ibaraki. That was the goal behind that. So to be able to see parts of my culture being so respected and revered now, to see how big anime is, that's so big. That's huge to me, because I remember being a kid and no one knew any of the shows I watched. When I talk about the storylines of Final Fantasy, people are like, what are you talking about? Like Final Fantasy 4, 6, and 7 are some of my favorite games of all time, Chrono Trigger. And I guess maybe starting there and now in Orlando, like we have one of the best Japanese food scenes. There's a Michelin star sushi place, a 2-minute walk from my house, which is crazy to me.
That's crazy.
That this culture's been really picked up like that. But I do wish, and back to Ibaraki, someone was asking, well, I did an interview with the Ibaraki cycle, and they're like, well, you tap into your culture, what does this mean? And I did have a tough time being Japanese, being half Japanese, half Irish, European American, being from somewhere different. When we first started touring, I was bullied for that. I was looked at differently, looking different than a lot of the other metal guys. And so growing up into that, and now as the world kind of shifts, and I can put out this record, this Ibaraki record, to show people like, hey, this is my culture. And the reason why I want to show people that is so they could dig into what their culture is, and they can proudly show that off as well. Because we all come from something interesting. And that's what's been so cool to see, anime's growing, people hopefully looking to the roots of where are these beasts and demons originated from? Where do the authors come up with these ideas? And they can see that it's from the ancient Japanese mythologies or the religions even. My mom is Shinto, so she actually does, worship the spirit gods. And I think that's such a cool thing.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
I feel like we could talk all day.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we could have like a 16-hour conversation.
We should do more. Anytime you guys want to chat, I'm back. Let's
when y'all, hopefully y'all tour Dallas, but come through the studio.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that'd be amazing. We were just there. Oh, man.
Next time.
We're always coming back through. Always coming back through.
Yeah.
So anytime you guys can ever make a show, just get my contacts from the PR people. The tickets on me, passes on me. We are touring again in November, December. And it's gonna be amazing.
Hell yeah.
We'll be there.
Oh, yes.
But Matt, it's been so much fun to talk to you. It's been an honor to talk to you. As they said earlier, the The aura is palpable for
Hell
me
yeah.
freaking out. So thank you for taking the time to come chat with us
Thank
today.
you so much. Sorry I got derailed as the kids came in, but I think
No, man, we got
get it.
Jujitsu Cat. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Also, maybe I
true.
should get my daughter into jiu-jitsu when she's
you
old
should.
enough.
It's amazing. How old's your kid?
She's 8 months, so she's fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say
Fresh out the
5.5, 6 years old is the right time to start. So you should
Okay.
start now.
Yeah.
This has been a pleasure.
Yeah,
man.
this has been really fun, man. You're gonna have to come back.
Oh, please. Yeah. Because we're going to talk about free rent.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, Alex,
I think we
Alex
might
have the last word.
think we might need to let you go. We hear your kids
Yeah.
already, but thank you again.
They're in their geese. They're ready to fight. But this was the most fun I've had doing any talking based thing in a long time.
Hell
so
yeah.
please have me
We'd
back.
love to hear it.
Thank
We'd love to
you.
hear it.
Please.
We're wearing different clothes. If you're listening to the show, we're wearing different clothes because we just did an interview, and the segment that you're hearing right now was recorded at a different time. But we're here to talk about something really exciting before we close out this episode, which is starting next week, we are adding a Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba rewatch
Go off, young Nicholas. Go off.
to our episodes, to our video episodes on Fridays.
Hell yeah.
So every week until the release of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle
Mhm.
on September 12th, we are going to be rewatching the Demon Slayer series.
Mhm.
We're going to be talking about a different batch of episodes every week.
It'll go
Next
quickly.
week, it's going to go fast.
It'll go fast.
It'll go very fast.
Because right now there's a super special subscription thing happening on Crunchyroll. If you're not already signed up, you can sign up for a special price and rewatch Demon Slayer along with us.
Hell yeah.
I believe there's also, as we're watching along, the episodes that we're watching will also be free to watch on
That's true.
Crunchyroll. So if you can't wait, obviously sign up. Like, come on, guys, there's so much anime.
Already started.
I did too.
Already
Wow.
started.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm ready
It's,
for
it's a rewatch, bro. So
yeah.
you gotta rewatch.
you can see the full schedule in the show notes, and you can rewatch right along with us. But we'll see you back here next week.
That'll be fun. This will
Yeah.
be fun.
And now back to the end of the interview episode.
Yeah, whatever was happening.
Yeah, now we go back in the time a bit.
Man.
That was incredible.
Yeah, we could do an
Solid,
entire
bro.
podcast just of talking to him.
Yeah.
Um,
He's so interesting.
Also, I can't wait to see what makes it into the final cut of
Right.
the episode. Like, I don't want to comment on anything because,
Right.
like, who knows what's gonna. Just in case it doesn't make it, his kids came in at some point, and his daughter showed a picture of a jujitsu cat.
Yeah, it was great.
Just a really cute, like, anime style cat with a black belt.
Yes, it was great. It was so great.
So don't copy it.
Yeah, no, it's copyrighted.
Protected trademark.
Yeah. I'm gonna go listen to this album because I mean Alex was raving about
Yeah,
it, so I'm gonna go listen to this album.
Trivium rips, Ibaraki rips. They're kind of two different sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Kind of like, spoiler alert, he talked about the fact that he plays music in this interview.
He did.
with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
he did.
But I mean, everything that he does is just awesome.
Just
Hell yeah,
so
man.
cool. Right from the jump with the airplane hanger, I was like,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
know, man. He was like, "Yeah, we just recorded the airplane." I'm like, what?
how do we get one of those? Unfortunately, we are out of time for today.
We are dangerously out of time today.
Man, that was fun. Lee, are you ready to take us out?
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Anime Effect, brought to you by Crunchyroll and the folks over at Sony Music Entertainment. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Oh man, The Anime Effect is hosted by me, Nick Friedman, LeAlec Murray, Leah President, who's not here today, and today, Alex Level.
Right here.
Oops, all boys.
We are executive produced by Jonathan Hirsch, Joanna Clay, and me.
Hey, good job.
Hey, thanks. Thank you to our lead producer, Kyla Carnero, our producer, Carla Solorzano, and our associate producer, Zoe Culkin. Open Ended Films recorded and Pixelworks edited the video. Our head of production is Sammy Allison. Special thanks to Tamika Balance Kalasny.
We'll be back next week with more anime goodness. See you then.
There's nothing you can do about it, by the way.
You can't stop us. There's nothing you can do about it. Shangri-La Frontier Season 2 is an isekai.
It is not an isekai. Later days, y'all.
So cool. Let me show them. Mia.
Adorable.
Jiu-Jitsu cat. Black belt jiu-jitsu cat.
Jiu-jitsu cat.
That's awesome.
Original IP.
Jiu-Jitsu Katzen.
Do
Sorry
not
about that.
copy. Copyright.